Burnout Unveiled. Entrepreneurial Struggles is the Path to Redirection. Have you ever noticed a term or phrase in business that suddenly floods your inbox with sales pitches and webinar promotions? I've come across countless sales pitches centered around the word burnout. Here's the thing. There is a difference between employee burnout and entrepreneur burnout. They're not the same. Burnout impacts unique roles and responsibilities differently. For the sake of this episode, I will only concentrate on the entrepreneurial burnout. But some burnout employees face are excessive workloads, unclear job expectations, lack of support, unfair treatment. They may feel trapped by rigid workplace structures, limited control over their environment, and the constant pressure to meet specific performance metrics. Work-life balance for employees typically involves structured schedules, defined responsibilities, and ability to disconnect from work outside of office hours. In contrast, entrepreneurs often face blurred lines between work and personal life as they manage unpredictable demands, longer hours, and the need to stay connected to their business. For entrepreneurs, burnout is influenced by both internal and external factors, including a relentless drive for success, personal life issues that seep into business life, the need to manage multiple roles. Entrepreneurs face the pressure of making high-stake decisions, navigating uncertainty, and balancing work and personal life, which comes in increments in life. There's no such thing as work-life balance. So let's talk about small burnouts. Number one, when you're in the middle of working on something and you accidentally fall asleep because you've been up too long. Two, when you have a migraine and realize it is from not drinking enough water or taking enough electrolytes. Three, when you skip a facial treatment to work longer hours and show up to the meetings with bags under your eyes. It doesn't reflect a strong work ethic. It signals poor delegation. While we all face moments like this, they should not become a habit. Number four, when you get sick because you have not been sleeping or eating properly to maintain your health. Five, when you skip meals to finish a task and later feel dizzy or lightheaded. Six, when you push through a workout despite being exhausted and end up injuring yourself. 7. When you ignore minor aches and pains only for them to escalate into a full-blown injury. 8. When you rely on caffeine or energy drinks to stay awake, you crash harder later. 9. When you postpone doctor's appointment to focus on work and later discover a preventable health issue. Number 10, when you're in the wrong environment, it becomes counterproductive. In marketing communications, there's something called marketing persona. A marketing persona is a detailed profile of a fictional character that represents a specific segment of your target audience. It is based on market research and data, including demographics, behaviors, motivations, and challenges. We should create personas of our partners, investors, and other businesses we want to work with because of their culture, vision, and alignment. So when you are attracting partners and the right ecosystem, you want to align these personas in order to cause less burnouts. These are all signs of small burnouts that can lead to something bigger. Of course, if you are a parent, you are not allowed to burn out. You will still have to juggle many things even though it looks like you're not. Entrepreneurs do not have access to sick time or vacation. These must be accounted for in every sale, which can be especially challenging during slower quarters. Some industries face seasonal downturns that make this even more difficult to manage, while others do not experience such fluctuations. Although it may be ideal to take vacations during seasonal downtime, it might not fit into family emergencies, which can create serious burnout for entrepreneurs. Here is a real-life experience I recently went through. I received a phone call from one of my children that she was out of state and required an emergency life-saving surgery. Rather than calling a truce during such a critical time, my ex-husband chose to escalate his tactics once again, even as our child faced a life-threatening situation. Having the nurses stationed create a protocol to keep him away because of his behaviors. He created an imaginary war against me in his mind, where he feels compelled to defeat me at all costs. And what? I do not know. An imaginary mirror that I hold up to him, no fault of my own. So burnout isn't always from internal factors in the business, but external factors outside of the business. Can burnout be environmental? Yes. Eliminating interactions that disrupt my personal energy, challenges my goals, and drain my energy is essential. I've discussed the concept of marketing persona before. Being around people who misunderstand your persona and misrepresent what is happening only adds to the stress. Nothing is more frustrating than being around people who intentionally want to get you wrong to suit their narrative. They add to the problem. This is why alignment of values and goals and vision is important for any entrepreneur and their ecosystem. Not all ecosystems are bad, but it is more about alignment for you personally, for your family, and for your way of doing business. Everyone wants to create a culture around their business, and it is about finding the right fit for you and how you do business. I will end with this. I do not believe in good or bad luck because it only means you have no real control over your life. This is something someone says when they don't know how to explain their strategy, or others say to you when they don't know how you manage to land on your feet all of the time, which isn't much help in business because it lacks strategy behind the phrase, leaving people not knowing how to form their own good luck. Once you allow someone to lower your energy, you start to attract that energy. That creates bad luck because you start to attract who you are or what surrounds you. If you're experiencing a lot of bad luck, it's important to assess your environment and the people around you. A single negative influence in your environment can disrupt everyone's energy and contribute to what we call a series of bad luck. So let's examine the 6 degrees of separation. What is 6 degrees of separation? 6 degrees of separation is the idea that any two people in the world are connected by a chain of no more than 6 social connections. This concept highlights the interconnectedness of human networks. One person can channel negative energy towards you, causing one problem after another. You have to be able to cut people off, change environments, and engage with new people away from the 6 degrees of separation. Is that easy to do in this new digital age? Not exactly. But creating a network closer to you can offset a lot of these challenges, but not always eliminate them. So there is no such thing as bad luck or good luck because you are in control of your own luck. You have to actively and intentionally create that environment for good luck. It is more about creating an environment with intentions, eliminating toxic people, toxic influences, eliminating different mindsets from your circles. This is why alignment of values, goals, and vision is important for any entrepreneur and their ecosystem. Not all ecosystems are bad, but you need to concentrate on what will work for you, your style, the culture you want to build, and what will actively bring you better luck. Because your surroundings influence you. I made sure to isolate my children in a way that influenced their mindset towards success. Because real success and leadership starts with family. Leadership starts at home first. So define what that vision looks like, and how will that help you accomplish your goal. As an entrepreneur, how will that help with your personal and business goals? Recreate your internal and external factors that will prevent burnout. Under perfect conditions, if you genuinely love what you do, your chances of recovering from burnout are significantly higher than someone who dislikes their business or lacks a vision for it. I love what I do and only intend to get better at isolating what works for me, my family, and my business. Burnout only means redirection of what is not working for you. And if you are a true entrepreneur, it will not take you out of the game, but redirect you back into the game.